Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Bran in the mid lane. He's an absolute powerhouse pick as long as he can make it to the team fight stage of the game without dying. He has lots of consistent damage regardless of how many items you have, and he has a really nice build path going straight into Rylai's at only 2,600 gold. You can generally hit this before any other mid laner can hit their first item power spike, since they're typically going to be spending around 3,200 gold. So for our starting items, we have D-Ring 2-Pot. We have Electrocute, Taste of Blood, Eyeball, Relentless, Mana Flow, Scorch with double AP and resistance. Bran's really interesting. He gets mana back whenever you kill something that has a blaze on him. So if you're farming well, you can really get a lot of your mana back. Just trying to poke her down and push the wave. Hitting level 2 is huge for Bran because we can free apply our E if something is scorched. When she goes into last hit, you want to bop her with the W. And we can apply Electrocute with a single ability and auto attack because our passive counts as a hit. So with Electrocute you need 3 separate hits, so an ability and an auto attack will apply a full Electrocute for us. Couldn't quite get it. That's all right. You do kind of want to have your W up for level 2 to spread because they can't dodge that. So for example, if we W E immediately, we can catch them out even if they try to run away. You have to let the W go off though. We're getting mana back since those were scorched and we're finishing them off. As long as they die, we'll get the mana back. If we kill the unit while they're blaze, we get 20 mana. So here, for example, we can W into E, we get the spread, and she's scorched. It's a beautiful thing to see. If you don't go for D-Ring, if you go for Corruption, farming can be a little bit tricky. Don't want to miss that. Then we'll throw down the W there into E. We get the spread onto her again. That applies our Taste of Blood. That applies Scorch. That's why you see she's so low on health. I got my ward down. We'll try to play towards our right side so we don't die. Same thing. Mana flows up. We'll get down a W into E. We get the spread. There's not a whole lot of counterplay against this other than her having her jungler gank us, because this is an absurdly consistent way to apply damage to her. Got her with the flash, EQ, she knew she had to flash. She lined herself up with the turret, so I kind of had that for free there. We're going to max our W first. You can go for Q max second, but generally I'd say E max second's best. Throw down a W. She backs away. And we're getting so much mana back. We're getting 20 mana back from each of those we kill. That's on fire from our passive. Get him with the EQ. He's chunked and we get the base. That's perfect. Ahri didn't have flash, so she couldn't follow that up efficiently. And I believe Udyr ghosted as well. Ahri's flash is on my flash's cooldown, so there's no need for me to really ping that out. First item back, we want as much of Rylai's as we can afford. Perfect. We didn't even have to use a potion, so we don't have to buy a potion. Very close to getting Rylai's already. If you don't take TP, it puts you in a weird spot where you will end up running out of mana on Bran with how poke heavy he plays early on. Get her with the WE. Getting 20 mana back from each of these. Beautiful. Yeah, her back got canceled. We'll go ahead and apply our Q so we can spread our E heavier. If something's already on fire, your E turbo spreads it. If something's already on fire, your W does more damage. Nice. So yeah, your Q stuns. If something's on fire, your W does a little bit more damage and your E gets way more spread distance, and then your R itself starts to slow. So you see how far she's playing back? So if we get these low and then kill them while they're on fire, we can pretty much get all of our mana back. She's playing super far back. So there we can throw out a WE, we catch her, and we should be able to get some of these minions. That was a good Q on her part. Yeah, she's going to give up a lot of CS. That's perfect. We have the mental pressure on her because she doesn't know what to do. What she needs to do is keep her HP up and wait for a gank is her best bet. You do kind of want to ban Zed. Zed is your most challenging matchup for Bran. I like to ban Zed no matter what mid laner I'm playing. Unless I'm playing Malzahar or something. Zed's just not fun to play against. I missed cannon. That's bad. Okay, Udyr's top side, I can play aggressive with her then. We do still have a little bit of a CS lead. I'm looking for the raw E here. Not finding it. There it is. I gotta use a potion. We get the spread onto Ari. That's perfect. I think Udyr might be here. It's hard to say. I'm out though. She's acting weird. Your W's a lot more expensive than your Q or your E. So in that situation where I only want to kill one minion and back up, I'll throw out a Q. But typically you should hold on to your Q. Because when your Q's on cooldown, especially if they have kill pressure, they'll look to all-in you. But throw out the WE. We get the spread to her still, and she was backing up super far. I need some vision. I don't really know where Udyr's at. He's going to want to get these, of course. Yep. She's missing a lot. We are up about a whole wave of last hits on her. Perfect. If I can get an auto 2 on the back line, then WE, that would be actually perfect. We still apply our Scorch to her. We haven't been able to get off many electrocutes. It's fine though. She's a ranged champ. Dark Harvest isn't really worth it on Brand. It doesn't do enough damage. On Brand support, it tends to be worth it because you have 2 targets to apply it to. But on Brand mid, you can only generally maximum 1 target. She's running out of health. Toss down the WE. Couldn't quite find her on it. It's fine though, because now the wave's pushed. She's gonna have to counter hit the wave. Oh, that's not good. We'll drop the RW. Oof. We didn't quite get a kill there, but we are soaking a lot of pressure. R is too low to roam, and we still have CS advantage. Not the end of the world. At least not yet. They're both low too, so Udyr can't necessarily take Dragon super safely. We'll be tied in CS by the time I get back. I'm gonna miss nearly a whole wave. Varus top, I guess, is still meta. It's a really annoying pick. It's hard for melee champs to play into. He has loads of percent base damage. We need a ward on that. No one wants to ward it. They have full lane pressure. People love to push wave and then just stand there, not even get a word down. Auto into Q. Stand close, lower the auto float time. There we go. Since we pushed the wave, we need to get our own ward down here. Am I going to get a play advantage on her? I can Q. Oh, I was going to QE. Because you can still spread it with your... off your Q. You just need something to be on fire. She still got hit by that. That is incredible. Yeah, her jungler must be here. She's being weird. Got her with an E auto. Missed my Q. Could have held on that a bit longer. I'm surprised she went in for that trade. She got devastated because I have Electrocute versus her crappy first strike. For the Taste of Blood's about to come up, we'll wait a moment and then apply our combo to her. We'll heal off of it. Couldn't quite catch her, but the wave is pushed. So now she's got to use her abilities to counter push. Almost got me with that. I can also hit her with a raw W since she's not going to expect it. She's always expecting me to simply use it on the wave. Udyr might be coming mid here. Would not be surprised by that. I'm his easiest gank outside of bot lane. He doesn't really want to go bot though. I think he's on my left side still. We have to stay away from the Ahri at the moment. So for example, we can Q spread it. And now our W will do massive damage since they're already on fire. And we can wipe out the front line. Now we are vulnerable since Q, of course, is on cooldown. I can reset for Rylai's here. Might as well. Could have potentially run bot lane off that. Get her with the ER. Hitting her with really everything. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm in a good spot to back. I'm sitting on Rylai's. There's no reason for me to really stay. She's out of mana. Bran shines in team fights. His lane phase is really just farming, pushing, and poking. You don't necessarily get kills in lane unless your jungler ganks. I'm gonna flash for this, get her within slow. She's dead. Missed my Q. It was easy to land, relatively easy to land skill shot though since I have Rylai's. Just flash for it. So I can Q, spread it, W. It is easiest to just W then E. But if you want maximum damage off your W, then you want it to already be on fire. He's feeling that. He's feeling my power levels. R's probably gonna have her R. I just missed all of those. Yeah. We get him with an E auto. Cute. Hey, Ari. I don't really have my ability up here. There it is. Just kept my autos on him. Well played by the Maokai. This game's over, dude. We got Rylai so early. It's honestly the best item in the game for a mage who has high base damage like Bran. The perma slow, 30% slow per 1 second. And our passive reapplies and reapplies and reapplies for the what was it, 3 seconds? Oh, for 4 seconds. So it's a 5 second slow. The initial 1 second and then plus 3. So yeah, it's very, very, very long. We'll go ahead and push Sorks, and then at this point you would normally go for Leandries because Leandries in your passive synergize as well. It keeps reapplying your Leandries, and your passive keeps reapplying the Morello Grievous Wounds. They do have self-healing, some on the Udyr, Turtle Stance. They have a little bit on Ahri's passive, and a little bit on the Caitlyn as well because she's 80 carry heal. She'll probably pick up Lifesteal at some point. I'm super easy to gank for. Now that I have Rylai's, there's no reason why we can't take a gank. What is this? I have okay CS. Semi-acceptable. Oof, don't want to take that. I can splash the burn onto the R. Maokai smited it, that's fine. Yeah, chew on that R. Enjoy the slow, buddy. Oh, that hit. Alright. Wasn't expecting that. That was a lot of damage from the R there. I guess we gotta roam to Varus. I don't think she has vision of me. Yeah, she doesn't. She's about to hit my E as well. You like that, Ari? She just soaked an electrocute. My passive plus 2 abilities. So you only have to hit 2 abilities or 1 ability, 1 auto. Give me that mana. It is giving me now 30 mana instead of 20. Beautiful. Love to see it. Got the spread. Juicy. Got several points in our E now as well, so it's doing some damage. If I had flash up, I'd flash ER and she'd probably die from it. To apply my electrocute. Yeah, she's dead. I think she dies there, right? She actually lived, huh? A little surprising. Got her with the WQ. You can float your Q in midair. So as long as you get down W first and you wait like fraction of a second into Q, you can land it super smooth like that. I'm a little surprised Ahri lived, to be honest. I don't know if my electrocute was already on a cooldown or what, but I was pretty confident in that. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I'm sitting on my TP. We can back for this mana. I will say you could go Morello second technically, just pick up the Oblivion Orb if they have a Vlad Mundo with Soraka, someone you're directly having to deal with. But since they don't have anything like that, it's totally fine to just go for the Leandris for damage. Yari, stand away from our minions, get down the W into E. Did not quite get the spread on her that time. I don't like sharing CS. I don't know if her R's on a cooldown. I don't want to flash for it. She has ability haste. I really don't yet, because that's the only downside of Rylai's is no ability haste. So her R's probably up a little before mine there. If there's 3 or more people, you immediately go for your R. Got it. I think Varus is screwed because he's perma-slowed. Can't really get away. That scumbag is sped up. I'm dead. Oh, that's big. All right, get me out. That's so good. Oh, I panicked. I didn't realize Caitlyn was so beatable. Kench did get her flash. That's pretty good. Why don't we take Herald? I'm so confused. We should get Herald and Dragon. That Kench Swallow was really well timed. I was about to get my butthole destroyed. Kench gives you a big shield too. They added that so that way you don't die inside of him. No fetus deletus here. Because if you're ignited or getting fiddle drained, or you're burned by something, it would kill you inside of him. It would feel bad, but you get the world's biggest shield, so really no matter how much persistent damage you're soaking, you won't die once Kench swallows you. It's kind of nice. Maybe a little broken if you think about it, but it's nice to have it on your team. We're 4-1-4. We really recovered from getting ganked. Got camped a little bit early on, but since we were up CS, it didn't matter that much, and we were also able to get them low to where they couldn't do too much off of killing us because they were low. They couldn't just run over, take Dragon, or do a big roam. Cool. Luxury's done quite a bit of damage, 917. At this stage of the game, play Dark Harvest brand mid. If you have a similar score, it'll do around 300 if you're lucky. If you're lucky. And it'll be hard to get to this point if you went for that because you won't have quite as much damage. We get the spread. Applied it with my Q into E. She kind of backed up really far. I'm not going to be able to kill her. She's low though. Your R's best against 3 or more champions with the way it bounces and your passive applies off of 3 separate ability hits. Your damage is truly the best against 3 or more champs. And you can also AoE spread with E. Zephalios about to 200 years them. Is it 1v2ing? That's bad. Alright. I don't know if I was on a ward or what, but they were ready for that. Udyr was already there. And then RATP'd, so well played to them. They're not going to get anything out of it because Dragon's gone. It might get bot turret, that's about it. Zhonya's would be really nice. We should grab Oblivion Orb, then go Zhonya's. Oblivion Orb's extremely cheap, and the heal cut on Oblivion Orb is just as good as the heal cut on Morello. So there's not a whole lot of incentive to truly finish the item if you want to build something else. You just grab Oblivion Orb and then you can go for Shadow Flame if they're really squishy, otherwise push Zhonya's. So note that those situations where I'm getting snared by Morgana and it's practically a death sentence, I could survive that with the Zhonya's. Assuming Caitlyn doesn't trap underneath me. Man, he did no damage there. Did very little. Feels bad, man. I think that's my 5th cannon this game. Nice Kench slow. Catch her with the E. Get her with the W. Run her down a bit for the Q. Boom. There it is. When you're already moving faster than someone, Typically, there's not a huge hurry to throw out a skill shot and risk missing it. You just run him down and get closer. It's easier to land the closer you are. So since she was already slowed, she's not a fast champ. Might as well walk her down a bit. Oh, good job, Kench. Oh, he's still tanking the turret though. He tanked a little bit too much. Yeah, that Ahri timing was really good. He did the right thing since he has more health and armor, tanking 1 or 2 shots for me. But yeah, the Ahri got there at the worst possible time. Wow. Varus just did 1500 damage to me. In supposedly 1.16 seconds. Huh. It's kind of neat. Kind of neat. Let's look at their items. No magic resist, no magic resist, no magic resist. So 4 of them don't have magic resist. This is a clear-cut case of Shadow Flame. If 3 or more of them have magic resist, generally speaking, you would either go for Demonic, Zanya's, or Void Staff. You certainly don't have to get Void Staff on Bran. If they have a heavy magic resist stack, you typically would. Rabadon's usually his 5th or 6th item. Bran does not rush Rabadon because his base damages are high and his AP scalings really aren't the best. 25% AP scaling on R, 45 on E, up 60 to 75 on W, 55 on Q, which is a skill shot. Like for skill shots, 55% scaling, it's not the best. Ah, yeah, my R was semi-wasted there. Arguably not worth it. That was a good R. We get Dragon, though. They're low. I got Morg extremely low. She can't stay for this. They lose off Drags, which is perfect because Bran's kind of made for team fighting. The only lanes you can really kill on Bran are melee lanes. Range lanes, unless they're making catastrophic mistakes, it doesn't really happen. I probably didn't need to flash for that, but whatever. I kill stilled him a bit. I figured the gold would be out better on me than support Kench. It's worth it though. Giving them Baron for Dragon, it's definitely worth it for us because next drag sold, then we win the game. There's crap blocking my way. I'm dead. I can't get away from him. My R was barely still on cooldown. Kench gets away, but then we're kind of left to fight Udyr on our own. Sucks. Morgana was too tempting. If my R had been up, that would have been a completely different story. Just 2 more seconds. I needed to keep running away. I think I do still want the Shadow Flame. Yeah, I'll still go Shadow Flame into Zanya's or Rabadon. We have a really big front line. If we have a proper 5v5 team fight, I don't think the enemies can actually get to me. They're avoiding team fights though. Varus is splitting. I mean, even their AD carry splitting, which is not smart of her to be doing. I stepped on a word, so she kind of knows I'm here. I have the cutoff route. She knows it too. Suck it, Caitlyn. She had a great juke. I could have slowed down though. What I should have done was because I think Storm Razor speeds her up. It makes it hard to land skill shots. So what I should have done, I already had the cutoff route. I clicked ahead to her. We knew where she was going to go. We cut off the ring. We weren't chasing her. We were literally just cutting off the distance. Once she had confirmed, once she had committed, I should have just stopped moving and waited for Kench to catch up. That would have been the best move. Why are we all topside right now? Everyone's top fighting Varus for some reason. We have Drag Soul win con and we're trying to surrender. It makes 0 sense. We have the easiest win con in the game, and Varus can't team fight. We have too much CC. Once he gets hit by 1 CC, he's dead. He does well in those 1 versus 1s because he just kites it out. Can't dodge 50 skill shots though at the same time. Shoot him, Aphelios. Dang, you gotta hit him, bro. Dude. Stunned out. We get with the W. He's slow. I'll just pop R. It's worth it. I need that guy to die. I'm vaguely familiar with how Aphelios' abilities work. I know he has one ability he can swap to where he doesn't have to even stand still to auto attack, which is kind of cool. I'll help him take this. Maokai farms so slow. I guess I'll take red because he already has red. Is that what's going on? He already has a pretty fresh one. I don't mind having it. It's kind of nice. I get a range slow. More importantly, though, it keeps my HP high. It heals you back really fast. That's big. Ooh, I don't have R. Go down the W into EQ. Ooh, we hit the stun. Yep. Varus, very useful champ. That's the problem is when we hit a CC. Morg slowed. Hey, buddy. You shouldn't have turned because you're slowed, my friend. And you're dead. Brand's not a fast champ, but I mean, if we have a slow on them, they're slower than we are. Brand's not fast by any means. 340 base movement speed, I guess, is good for a range champ, but he doesn't have any speed ups in his kit. And usually range champs are 325 to 335. It's also why you go Relentless Hunter. The same reason you go Relentless Hunter on Anivia, because if you can simply get to them, you can slow them enough to where they can't get away. All worded this. I don't know if this is worded or not. I juked it. Feels bad. Got off the stun. Look at your health. Vanish. I get the spread onto Ari. Boom! Boom! There it is. We'll take it. Since Udyr was already burned when we hit him with the E, we got the huge spread. I'm about to die to this freaking dragon. This dragon is AoE damage. I need the red buff healing to kick in. When you're in combat with epic monsters or champions, that's why we're getting 2 health back per second right now. It's ridiculous. Now it's at 27. You see that? Once our burn had finally been off for more than 5 seconds. Just how it is. I'll walk out of base. I don't need a TP. There's nothing to fight on. Not a big fan of this dragon at all. I think Hextech Drag's the worst soul in the game. Hextech Drag, Soul, and Hextech and Chemtech are my least favorites. By far. It's just a slow. I already have a big slow. It's not going to help me too much. You like that, buddy? Yeah, I don't mind getting a blue buff here. Probably won't run out of mana, but no one on my team should really run out of mana in a team fight. We're all kind of low mana usage champs. Hey, he walks out of it. I couldn't spread it to him. We'll pop him with an R. We need him dead. We can't let Udyr run around. He puts out too much pressure. You're dead. Boom. If I had flash, I'd flash E for that. Get the big AoE slow. Could probably Baron off of it. I'm a little nervous about our late game scaling. Just a tad. Oh, this is annoying. I missed everything, even with the slow. It's my bad. Morg's gonna step up for this too. That rat. Alright, it's time to reset. I have her stupid Leandri's burn on me. They do get an inhib. Oh, I canceled my back. What a joke. We got an inhib for it, which is a little annoying. Guess I'll finish this item. I don't think I need Zanya since now we're in the team fighting stage. I have a bunch of thick boys to get in front of me. Oh, they got Caitlyn. Oh. Sent her straight to hell. Got him with the R, the E. He's perma-slowed. He's got nowhere to go. That's game. And at the start of this game, I forget which teammate it was. It was in Champ Select and in start of this game was pinging me and being annoying. They were saying brand mid's bad pick. I'm like, come on, dude, don't do me like that. You don't know me. Brand mid is actually a very solid pick as long as you're not dying a lot in lane phase. Because once you make it to the team fight portion of the game, it's kind of like making it to team fights with Soraka. You kind of just win. Boof. Caught her with the headshot on my fireball. Ooh. And that's game. Let's take a look at the graphs. Oh, let's take a sneak peek. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we did have the most in the game, more than Varus. A little surprised by that. For damage taken, middle of the pack. For self-mitigate, we're going to be low. Yeah, very, very low. We had more than Caitlyn and Morgana, which is interesting because I didn't have a... On Bran, I don't have shields. I don't have extra armor magic resist. And for runes, ultra high value. All in all, Bran mid, I would say as long as you do not die in lane phase and you're not solo dying and you're poking properly and making it to team fights, he's basically S+ tier. But if you are not, you're not farming well and you're not poking enemies in lane and you're dying constantly, then he's trash tier. So just make it to team fights without dying and he's a bit of a free win. If you guys enjoyed this brand video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.